The two peace that is mentioned in our writings, the lesser peace and the most great peace. With the lesser peace, we have nothing to do with this peace. Nevertheless, Baha'u'llah had a plan of how that peace should come about. And that plan of Baha'u'llah has already been communicated to world leaders by Abdu'l-Baha in his letter to a peace committee of the United Nations, of the League of Nations in 1919. This committee was known as the Committee of the Durable Peace in The Hague. And this letter, Abdu'l-Baha explained in details Baha'u'llah's wonderful plans. And I'm confident that this plan of Baha'u'llah has already been passed on to the United Nations. So it's in their possession. So this is a great gift from Baha'u'llah for the world. But for its implementation, it's now in the hands of these world leaders. And I humbly call on to these world leaders to implement, for the sake of peace, world peace, to implement the Divine Physician, His Holiness Baha'u'llah's wonderful plan, who knows full well the world's sickness and prescribe in his unerring wisdom the remedy. And now for the most great peace. That's our baby. It's not a United Nations baby. It's not an American baby. It's not here in New Zealand, my country's baby. It's a Baha'i baby. And that baby of us is already born. And it's our duty to nurture that baby so that it reach maturity. In Abdu'l-Baha's words that he counseled a highly placed official in the government of the United States of America, you can find these words of Abdu'l-Baha in Shoghi Effendi's Advent of Divine Justice in the last chapter with the heading, The Destiny of America. Abdu'l-Baha counseled this highly placed official in the government of the United States of America, which he said, you can best serve your country if you strive in your capacity as a citizen of the world to assist the eventual application of the principle of federalism to the relationship now existing between the peoples and nations of the world. These words of Abdu'l-Baha that he counseled a highly placed official in the government of the United States of America, Shoghi Effendi said, fired the imagination of America's tragically unappreciated president. And that's President Woodrow Wilson, whose high endeavor Abdu'l-Baha with his own pen acclaimed as signalizing the dawn of the most great peace. Not the dawn of the lesser peace, the dawn of the most great peace. Our baby is on its way to maturity. The most great peace is not a dream. It's not a wishful thinking. It's not a high aspiration that one day it will happen. It's a reality and it's real. Ruhiyah Khanum said in her Priceless Pearl that he asked Shoghi Effendi, I assume it was a casual conversation, when does he think the most great peace could happen? And Shoghi Effendi answered, it could happen in the later centuries of Baha'u'llah's dispensation. Baha'u'llah's dispensation is for 1,000 years. Not to confuse with the Baha'i cycle that Baha'u'llah brought that will last 500,000 years. The dispensation is for 1,000 years, and a new manifestation will come, though it will be under the shadow of the universal manifestation of this cycle, which is His Holiness Baha'u'llah. I don't know what is your interpretation of later centuries of 1,000 years, but to me the last 300 years, or year 700 in the Baha'i calendar. We are now only 176 years into our calendar, so there is another 524 years to go. It seems like a very long time. We can do better than that. We can bring the Most Great Peace sooner rather than later, if we arise and spread the healing message of Baha'u'llah to all over the world and to every inhabitant of the world. The sooner we spread this message and the sooner the population accept it, the sooner we will get the Most Great Peace. Let's make a pledge that will bring the Most Great Peace before the mid-century of Baha'u'llah's dispensation. Ruhiyah Khanum said of Shoghi Effendi that he was a sad and broken man. He was only barely 24 when the weight of the faith was on his shoulder. She said that Shoghi Effendi has permanent black half circles under his eyes, signs of a sad and broken man. Let's make a pledge that will bring the Most Great Peace before the mid-century of Baha'u'llah's dispensation. If we make that pledge and we arise and fulfilled it, I'm pretty sure that will put a big smile on Shoghi Effendi's sad face. Thank you, and I wish you well. Whaftai lava, manuia la whafongfong mai mala whasausangu Samoa, soifua.